Feel very sharp in it. They always, make beautiful tailoring and very happy to be wearing it. So many amazing and talented people here, and any kind of recognition is just like a nice bonus. I think we all feel very lucky to get to do the job in the first place, and so to have any kind of recognition is special.
There is a certain appeal to the manner in which celebrity relationships are played out in public, which captivates millions of people who become armchair spectators to every twist and turn, every subtle look, every ambiguous song, and every blurry photo taken by a paparazzo who is hiding in the shadows. There is a cultural moment that occurred when Taylor Swift announced her engagement to Travis Kelce, a sensation in the National Football League. This event lit up timelines and dominated conversations all across the world, from New York to Tokyo. On the other hand, as confetti was falling and engagement diamonds were sparkling, another story was silently slipping into the background. The British actor Joe Alwyn, who had been by Taylor's side for 6 essential years, was currently going on with his life. During the time that the world was celebrating the coupling of a pop icon and a football legend, Alwyn's silence became a tale in and of itself. It was a story that was not distinguished by resentment or spectacle, but rather by a descent into dignity. Right? Joe Alwyn accomplished something that was unexpected, despite the fact that the internet was clamoring for drama, cryptic tweets, poetry, Instagram pictures, and possibly even a song with a small hint of ambiguity. Insiders were asked if he had reached out to Taylor, and they made it abundantly obvious that he had not done so and that he had no intention of doing so. There was no attempt to resuscitate a passion that had already run its course, and there were no grand gestures or sentimental overtures presented. In its place, he presented her with the most basic present possible: distance, a wish for her happiness from a distance. This was not about residual grief or feelings that had not been handled. According to the statements of a close friend of Alwyn's, the proposal made by Kelce signified the ultimate end of any and all what-if scenarios. In a world that was addicted to the performance of sadness, his silence seemed almost defiant, like it was the ultimate full stop in a drama that had already come to an unsuccessful conclusion. Going back in time is necessary if you wish to comprehend the hushed significance of this moment. Alwyn was introduced to Taylor in the autumn of 2016 after she had recently concluded a tumultuous summer romance with Tom Hiddleston and was still in the midst of recovering from the breakup she had with Calvin Harris. This new connection flourished away from the cameras. In contrast to her previous relationships that were publicized, they spent 6 years working in the shadows to create something that was unique and authentic. A fleeting lyric and out-of-focus image and a songwriting credit under the name William Bowery are the only signs that have been provided. There have been no splashy red carpet announcements, no magazine cover exclusives, and only the most subtle of clues. They had a desire for seclusion and a mutual respect for one another, which served as the foundation for their artistic and passionate connection. However, love, even when it is jealously safeguarded, is able to sense the strain of attention that is persistent. In the year 2022, the information escaped Joe and Taylor had quietly parted ways with one another. The world, which is always looking for fresh mysteries, did not even hesitate for a moment before beginning to speculate about what and who might come next. As is her custom, Taylor did not remain in a state of heartbreak for an extended period of time. Almost immediately after that, she was associated with Matty Healy, the charismatic and volatile frontman of the band of 1975. Despite the fact that it was brief, the connection was intense and rife with a wild energy that caused fans and commentators to analyze every move that was made. In contrast, its flame dissipated as the summer waned, introducing Travis Kelce, the standout tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. A man whose charisma was on par with his ability to perform gridiron. The feeling of their connection was virtually gone. Kelce, known for his humorous confidence, is credited with making an attempt to give Taylor his phone number during one of her concerts by utilizing the friendship bracelet, which has since become an iconic symbol, as his calling card. Due to the viral nature of the occasion, the two were inseparable within a matter of weeks. The way their relationship developed was reminiscent of a fairy tale adapted for the web. There were stadium anthems, football victories, concerts that were completely sold out, and lastly, a proposal that was so impressive that it almost broke the internet. Rejoicing were the Swifties, fans of the National Football League shouted, and the couple's combined Instagram post, which was full of happiness, sparkle, and promise, indicated that this was more than just a passing fling. The wedding ceremony was reminiscent of a coronation. When they were at the pinnacle of their careers, the pop queen of the United States and the football king of the country decided to collaborate on a new project. However, Joe Alwyn's tale was moving in a different direction, and it was happening in the background of all these celebrations. Away from the red carpets and camera flashes, he was seen walking around London wearing a striped sweater and a baseball cap. He blended in with the rhythm of the city. There was not a single tearful confession or emotional interview that took place. Alwyn, on the other hand, spoke candidly about the split in an interview that was conducted by The Guardian. He did so in a calm and honest manner. The things that he could control, such as his work, his family, and his friends, were the topics that he discussed. Choosing calm above spectacle was the guiding principle behind this attitude of letting go. It was his refusal to feed the gossip machine that created its own quiet revolution in this age, where every private moment is considered public property. What is it about this triangle, which consists of Taylor, Joe, and Travis, that is so incredibly fascinating? Perhaps the way in which their narratives mirror universal truths about love and loss, about coming to terms with the past and going on with one's life is the reason. These stories are spoken not just on the pages of magazines, but also in the hearts of anyone who have ever gone through the experience of loving, losing, and having to begin again. Every action is scrutinized by the public, which is insatiably hungry for updates. But there are times when the moments that we don't see are the ones that are the most significant. The muted farewells, the choices to leave without making a big deal out of departure. The strategy that Quinn takes, which consists of nothing but a longing for pleasure and a concentration on the future, doesn't involve any drama or public performance on his part. It is not his intention to rewrite history or to garner media attention. All he is doing is allowing the story to come to a conclusion with the dignity and respect that it merits. It is becoming less common for public celebrity feuds and angry ex-partners to engage in verbal sparring. In its place, a fresh approach to dealing with heartbreak is coming into being. Alwyn is at the vanguard, demonstrating that there are times when the most appropriate approach to commemorate a love story is to let it go peacefully and with dignity. The time has come for Taylor and Travis to come up with their own chapters. There are songs that have a new meaning, celebrations that reverberate in stadiums, and possibly even a wedding that will capture the entire globe. As it always does, the spotlight will follow them wherever they go. On the other hand, Joe is completely quiet. As a reminder that going forward may also be an act of love, exit serves as a reminder, an action that is equally as powerful as any spectacular gesture. The legacy of Taylor and Joe's relationship will continue as a lesson in privacy, reinvention, and the fortitude that can be found in silence. This will be the case years from now, after the headlines have gone and new love tales have taken center stage. With Kelce by her side, Taylor, who has always been the master of transition, is about to undertake a new phase of her life. While all is going on, Joe is focusing his efforts on his work, his close friendships, and his family. These two are opting for expansion. Both of them are moving forward into the future. And in their own unique way, each of them is imparting knowledge to the world about the art of letting go. Could this be the final chapter in the story of Taylor and Joe? Yes, in a lot of different ways. In the sand, the engagement is a line that has been drawn. A new chapter has started. It's not true that love stories come to an end. They merely change, reverberating through the duration of time in recollections, in music, and in the teachings that they leave behind. Their impact will be woven into the fabric of popular culture, and the songs that were inspired by their love will continue to play after they died. Long after new couples have taken the spotlight, the lessons that are learned about being vulnerable, about being strong, and about having the courage to say goodbye will continue to affect others. Let us raise a glass to Taylor, Joe, and Travis, as well as to the stories that they have shared with us. Now is the time to subscribe if you want to read more inside stories like this one. There is something that can be learned from the manner in which Joe Alwyn chose to walk away from the situation as the world continues to move on and new headlines capture our attention. His heart was open to the next adventure, and his story was revealed in the spaces between the sentences. He was holding his head high and his heart was open. When the world is clamoring for spectacle, sometimes the most brave thing to to do is to simply be silent, to walk out of the frame in a calm manner, and to have faith that every conclusion is accompanied by the promise of a new beginning. With touchdowns, melodies, and the type of excitement that makes the world believe in fairy tales once more, Taylor and Travis will continue to amaze the world with their incredible talent through their music. Every new lyric, every celebration, and every move that they take will be followed by their fans.